Hi, I'm Sasy Scarborough of sasyscarborough.com, and today I wanted to do some testing of a very important part of my second life, and that's offline emails. Okay, so I work with many accounts, all of which have their own individual email addresses, but through Google and everything, I forward them all to the same email through the settings, and it just makes my life much easier. If you work with others, have any professional associations in Second Life, it's very important to have offline emails set. Linden Lab has it set up so that your emails are private. Your addresses will not be visible to others even if you reply from an offline via email. And setting up an email account for your SL avatar is free depending on the email providers that you use. Recently, the capping limit for non-premiums was decreased to 15. So if you wondered why your IMs just seem a little bit small these days, that would be why. And they increased it for premium members. But again, with having all your offlines going to email, it doesn't really matter because you'll get everything anyway. So it really does make it important to set that up, having that outside resource to capture anything, especially if you have an unplanned break. If your internet goes down, which has happened to me in the past, everything will just accumulate and you'll be able to catch up. Notices actually do also count as offlines. If it's an overly productive day in SL, as I said, and you're offline and everything's coming through, there's going to be less IMs when you log in, depending on what came first, the notices, the object offers, etc. I never log in without checking mine first. I do not like logging into the unknown. I actually check mine on my tablet and my computer all day. I have been known to every single night, at least 3 or 4 times, to wake up and actually check my tablet, because you can never know when a region is on fire or something that could be quite an emergency for some. It's just a better way to plan your day as well. So I sort of sit down, I open it all up, I see what I need to deal with first, prioritizing some things over other things, knowing to log in different accounts if they need my attention more. I did my test sending items from my premium account to non-premium accounts and back again, adding additional accounts, and then I actually enlisted the help of some friends to send me individual IMs to the same account, and that proved exactly as expected. So what I did was I filmed myself doing some testing so that you could see what I did. So I logged into Sasy and I sent SL Bloggerati, which is an alternative account that I have. I sent through note cards that were numbered and an IM of the number for every one that I sent. I sped this up so you don't have to be that bored. I also sent clothing items and prims, and as you can see, I sent all 50 of them, and that would equate to 100, and then the additional 10. Then I went over to the SL Bloggerati account once that was all done and logged that in, and sure enough, there was offlines that were registered until that was capped. It only showed me 4 note cards and 4 IMs. That's because I had previous notices go through from the group, so that's why that capped. So there is only 8, but the math makes sense with that from previous notices and stuff through the day and since the last time I checked in. But as you will see, all 50 note cards, all 10 clothing items, and the 10 prims. So everything is accounted for. Then if you look at my emails, so all the messages came through and all of the actual items came through with a message for each of those coming through into the emails. Just so you know, you won't get always shown individual emails. They might come in as a condensed version like those did. Then I sent them back from SL Bloggerati and logged in the deck shuffle and did the same sort of thing with them. That's where you can see that I actually planned to do this post 4 years ago, because when I opened up the deck shuffles note cards, I actually realized that when I pre-planned this years ago, I was going to call the post "I don't cap, I glisten," and there was all those note cards from that time when I was doing it that way, and that just made me laugh. And then I opened one up so you can see 2015. So I've been apparently thinking on this a long time, and since then Linden Lab have changed the maximum, minimum, so it's glad I waited. So then I did it from the 2 accounts just in case one didn't really show clearly enough. So Bloggerati sent to Sasy, the deck shuffle sent to Sasy, and as I'm speeding in, I also actually stopped, and from the email of the offlines that I got, I actually replied to an email offline to see that I would actually get that when I logged in as well. So you can see everything's going there, all the messages that I got, all of that coming through, and then I logged back in on Sasy, and you'll see I got those messages. So then I got all the items that I sent, including the email offline, which, as I said, I'm speeding through this with the clip so that it's really quicker for you, and the deck shuffle, they all came through as well. Because I am premium, as I said, well, not all of them because I sent more than I get, but as you can see here, I got them all. So I got all the messages in emails. I got capped at the premium rate of capping for in-world IMs, and then I got these all here so that I don't cap. I glisten, the Sasy ones, and there's the pause because I paused at 30, so they all came in exactly the same order that I sent them, and then including the clothing ones and the objects ones as well. Then what I did, just to be sure again that there wasn't some confusion about me sending to me, I asked some friends and I redacted. I always wanted to redact something, so they sent 22 individual IMs and I got 15 when I logged in, which is expected. If you go into preferences in your viewer, you'll actually find in the chat section under notices for Firestorm, but they're all around the same place. You can always type up search email and you'll get it, and just make sure that it's checked to get the IMs through email. Always check that after a big update as well. Also on the website, you go into account section and then change email. If you want to change it to something not as personal, or if you make a new account, you can go there, but then you'll see there change offline IM settings. I would like to receive offline IMs. Make sure that's checked as well. I'm Sasy Scarborough, and thank you very much for watching. I hope this helps somebody with something.